first time in history, the average American household has a net worth of $1 million. That's according to a new study by the Federal Reserve. These households say they don't have enough money. Let's make this make sense. NewsNation business contributor and New York Post reporter Lydia Moynihan joins us right now. Clearly, Lydia, this is an average. So there are people who are well over $1 million, and there are people who are not.
I was going to say, this needs a little bit of an asterisk here, because the average does include a lot of outliers. It includes my net worth with Jeff Bezos's, which kind of skews that average a little bit, unfortunately. The median, however, though, which is more representative, gets rid of some of those outliers. That was about $200,000, and that did jump during the pandemic. And basically what the survey reveals is that for the top 80%, in terms of the economics of this nation, anyone in that group has assets, and those assets really appreciated during the pandemic. We saw home prices jump pretty dramatically. Anyone with stocks or an asset like that jumped as well. And at the same time, many of those people, myself included, we got some stimulus checks and we were home a lot. While there was some online shopping, the usual spending on vacations, a lot of fancy dinners out, that wasn't happening. So it was kind of a 1-2 punch of a lot more saving than usual, and then just a really dramatic jump in those assets. But of course, again, a little skewed. People who have those assets, people who didn't have those, didn't really see much of an increase in their net worth.
And a lot of people who are living in that kind of a, 6- and 7-figure status are living paycheck to paycheck, as we've seen evidenced by previous studies. There is more optimism in the housing market, though, just compared to 6 weeks ago. Is it that people are just saying, you know what, I'm going to pony up no matter how expensive homes are, because they figure maybe they won't actually drop in price?
That is actually exactly what the analysts are saying. You have good intuition. A few months ago, basically, a large percentage of people were saying, I am not buying a home anytime soon. I'm going to wait it out. And now we're seeing that number has dropped from about 85% down to about 60%, because people are realizing, hey, we might be seeing high interest rates for quite some time. At some point, we're just going to have to kind of move forward with our lives and accept the reality that things are a lot pricier and that interest rates probably aren't going to drop precipitously anytime soon. But that is good news for the housing market, because you see people expecting to maybe make that purchase sooner than they were thinking they would even just a few months ago.
I just think if you can't afford a house by yourself, grab a bunch of girlfriends, all y'all move in, 4 or 5 of y'all. Just have a little, I don't know, just make your own family. Lydia, thank you.
It's like Barbie. It's girls' night.
It's girls'
night every night.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.